Welcome, beautiful souls. This is what long-lasting impact or imprint do you leave on others. Now, this can be strangers, people in passing, friends, acquaintances, exes, pretty much anyone. Pile 1 is this Light Seers Tarot deck, and Pile 2 is the Kawaii Tarot deck. You can either watch one or both, but let's jump right into it. Welcome, Pile 1. This is what long-lasting imprint do you leave on others. The very first message that I got is that you're a manifester. You are very creative, and it's incredibly easy for you to bring your ideas into the physical reality. You have a certain amount of detachment and airiness to you. You could be an Aquarius, but you know when to let go and when to hold on. This I'm getting more with people who actually know you. It could be coworkers, it could be friends and relationships. But if you don't want to do something or you don't want something, you're not gonna do it. I feel like you have gotten yourself out of this people-pleasing energy, and definitely with the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, they're both walking away from something. You know your worth. You're not gonna settle for something that you know you deserve better. You could possibly be nosy or just curious, but you have a lot of strength to you, and you may have a lot of fire in your chart. Specifically Aries, you are willing to burn bridges and burn down certain foundations in order to get better ones. You could be very playful. Honestly, I'm getting so much detachment in this reading with these 3 specific cards. There may have been a lot of upheaval in your life, but you may not take it so seriously, and you have a very positive outlook on life where you're able to look at the brighter side of things and the reason for why something has happened. You may be someone that people go to for advice or just a different perspective in general. There's a lot of beauty to you as well. You could be very unique. Look at that sky. That looks nothing like that sky. That sky, sure, that's beautiful, but damn, your looks are a lot different than a lot of other people, and it could be your body shape as well is just different. So a lot of people admire that about you, and you could get a lot of stares in public because of how you look. You're just so different and beautiful. You kind of have cat energy, very independent but fierce. You're cuddly, but also you'll only come and cuddle when you want to, and then you'll kind of be like, all right, F off when you don't. You have wonderful boundaries. Of course, you probably think you can improve on some boundaries, but I mean, that's life. You have done so much to stick up for yourself, and you have gotten so far compared to where you started. I feel like the people that know you know that you go through a lot of mental chaos. You're just mentally dealing with a lot, and they think that you are so strong because of how much you have already overcome. I feel like all of these people just have so much love for you. Even strangers, they just want to give you their whole heart, and they want you to see your worth and see how amazing you are. You could have some insecurities where you don't want other people to see who you truly are just because of fear of rejection, but that rejection is making room for people who truly do accept you. The world needs your light. They need more of you because you are unique and you're different, and when you shine yourself, you inspire others to do the exact same thing. We don't need more of the same people. We need more individuality. Love yourself. You're doing a great job. Be gentle with yourself. You got this. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I know it was a bit shorter than usual, but definitely stop by Pile 2 if you feel called to it. If not, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Welcome, Pile 2. This is what long-lasting impression or impact do you leave on others. First of all, you have such a bright spirit. Your energy is felt before you're even seen. You truly light up a room just by being in it. You don't even have to speak. There's a lot of playfulness to you, and I feel like a big part of you is not afraid to show it, especially when you feel safe. You can be very nurturing and loving. You could also be a Cancer, but I feel like you are cyclic. For the people who reconnect with you, they see how different you are and how you go through different phases. If you're a woman, you are changing every single day. Every day of your phase is a whole different energy. Every day of your menstrual cycle is a whole different energy. You are a transitional being, and some people feel like they have to hold on to you because you're gonna leave them behind. You may trigger some insecurities in others, I do not want to get on your bad side. I feel like sometimes if you are irritated, there's a large fountain of patience that you have. But once that patience is used up, you snap. I feel like you're a truth teller, and sometimes you can be brutally honest. You may already recognize this, so when you are irritated and frustrated, you retreat either within yourself or in solitude in general, which can be a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you're not doing more harm to others when you're in that state, but also a curse because if you need help, you're not actually getting it. You are isolating yourself. And there's nothing wrong with solitude. It's healthy, but not when it's too much solitude where you're completely disconnected from everyone outside of yourself. Your style is incredibly different as well. You could create a lot of different things, whether it's online or if you create jewelry, you create your clothes, or you create certain makeup looks. It stands out, and because it's so different, people remember certain outfits or looks that you've had throughout the years in a positive way. I feel like you're a lover. You just love love, and you attract a lot of people who want to give you this love. You may have a savior energy or a I can fix them energy. You like projects, whether it's an object or a person, and you can be very self-aware as well, but a lot of people notice how self-aware you are. You could be talking to someone and like psychoanalyzing yourself at the same time, and like I just picture you're talking to like maybe a coworker or a friend. You're like, oh yeah, well I'm really dealing with this, but it's actually just because it's a root from this situation from when I was a kid, but that's because of this, and I can really help myself through doing that. And it's very impressive. They kind of find it entertaining just because it's like, okay, well I'm just an ear to listen. Like you don't even need me. You got this all figured out. People see you as a very, 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 very strong person, but also strong-headed. When you want something, you're going to get it. You are strong-willed, and these are all positive traits. Of course, they can bite you in the ass sometimes, but you have this strength to you, a warrior presence, where no matter how many times you fall, you get right back up. Nothing is gonna bring you down. You have this power to you, and people envy it because they want that. You're always doing something different and something new. It's like 2 months later and you're on a completely different project or career path, and they're like, oh, okay, what happened to that? And you're like, I got bored, or I finished it. You may also read a lot as well. So if someone is like, oh yeah, what book are you on? And then a week later, you're like, oh yeah, I finished that. This is the new book. So this could possibly be with relationships as well. Maybe not so much official relationships, but love interests. You could be like, oh my god, I have a crush on this person, but then 3 days later you have a new crush. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're a lover and you love to love, but some people could just find it a little bit funny, but that's something that they notice, and it's something that they remember because you change a lot. You change your mind, you change your looks, you change your career, but life is constantly changing, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're also just very unique. I mean, it's a beaver riding like this rainbow seahorse. That is not something you see pretty much ever. So you are truly one of a kind. There's no one that is exactly like you. There may be small fragments that are similar to you, but no one can compare to you. And it's that reason that makes certain people really difficult to move on from you, because you are so different and your love is so abundant and fulfilling. It's kind of like an addiction. They don't want to give you up. That's actually going to end this reading. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely stop by pile 1 if you feel called to it. If not, thank you so much for joining me here today. Definitely let me know how this resonates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.